from the output of this image, I'd like to make a cool animation where it transitions seamlessly from this realistic image into the axonometric drawing we made earlier. So I'm going to go back to that earlier drawing, Alt drag, and move the node over. And so I'm going to use Veo's first last model. So what that will do is that'll make an 8-second video transitioning between this image and the drawing. And I think I might be able to get a really interesting effect as it's transitioning. So let's give that a shot. So to do that, I'm going to drag away from the first image and I'm going to write first last. And so that uses Veo. It adds a node for Veo 3.1 fast. It's plugged in our first frame, and then we're also going to plug in our last frame. It also requires a prompt. So I'm going to add a prompt here. I'm just going to hit play on this. Fantastic. So that's finished and it's put to the output. However, it's worth mentioning that the SketchUp plugin doesn't currently support MP4 video display. We can either open the workflow and edit it in the browser, or we can open the video in the browser to play it. So we'll do the second one for now, and we'll open the workflow in the browser later. Okay, here's our result. It shifts to Bridge, and it's done an okay job. We are using the Veo fast model here. It's a bit lower cost, and we'd probably get better results if we use the Pro Veo model. But let's say this is good enough now and keep going. So I'll close this and go back to our model. The next thing I'd like to do is to show this bridge from another angle, make another realistic image of it, and have it transition using first and last frame between two different angles so we get a really good sense of the kind of qualities of this bridge. So to do that, I'm going to use this image that we made earlier, and then I want to take another angle of this view in SketchUp. So what I'm going to do is just pan the camera around until I reach a view that I'm happy with. So I like this side-on view, and I'm going to import this screenshot now into Runchat. So it's added this node, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to alt drag that previous node that we used to apply this realistic view, and I'm going to drag the output of the screen grab and plug that into the input for this node. So you can see it's got the previous prompt from before, and it's got our screen grab as the input image. Before we hit play, we will just remove that text about the bronze sculpture, and then we can hit play using the play button in the bottom right. Great. So now we have a cool image of the bridge, and now we can blend between these two views and using a first and last animation. To do this, we drag from the output of one of the nodes and we type first last. This node here is currently plugged into the last frame. We don't want this, so we're going to plug this into the first frame, and then we're going to plug this second image into the last frame. I'll add a prompt and I'll hit play. So we have the output here, and we can open the video in the browser to have a look at it. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of a transformation of the geometry, which I'm not quite happy with, but again, we are using Veo fast, so the quality is a little bit lower with this, but I think generally I'm happy with this, and it captures the form well enough. It tells me enough about the kind of appearance of this bridge. So now at this point, I've got these two videos, and what I'm going to do is I'll open the workflow to do a little bit of video editing inside of Runchat in the browser. So I've opened the workflow. You can see the same workflow now. Cool, so we've got our two videos here, and one of the things I'd like to do is make this into a single continuous video. So what I can do is we can use the FFMPEG API to combine these two videos. And so I'll attach this video first, and the transition to Axonometric second, and hit play. Cool, so now we have this continuous output where it blends between these two images and then seamlessly transitions into the exploded axonometric. So that's just a bit of an overview of what you can achieve with the Runchat SketchUp plugin. If you want to continue the conversation, chuck in a YouTube comment. We're free to respond to everything, or join our Discord to continue the conversation there. We're super active and responsive to feature requests, so let us know if you're having any problems, and we'd love to help you out. Thanks for watching.